So today is going to be a video about how to get rid of social anxiety. I have 8 tips on how to get rid of social anxiety. If you struggle in social situations and you become anxious, these will help you, I guarantee you. So if you're new to my channel, my name's Tiana, by the way. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned. So tip number 1, realize what causes your anxiety. A lot of the times we get anxious and we know it's because of social situations, but we don't know exactly like what kind of social situations. So you have to really know what triggers that anxiety, because that's the first step, is knowing and acknowledging and accepting that you are socially anxious. So once you accept and realize what it is that causes your anxiety, then we can move forward. For me, it was not knowing what to say, mostly when having a conversation, because I was always so worried about what people are thinking about me. Like, oh, what's wrong with her hair? Or why does she look like that? Or what's wrong with her pants? Or, oh my gosh, she's not even that cute. Like, just anything and everything that I was thinking about other than the conversation. So when it was time for me to talk, I didn't know what to say. So that created more anxiety. And there's lots of other socially anxious things, like going to the grocery store was very socially anxious for me. Not knowing what people say, worrying about what people think. So once you figured that out, then we can move on. Tip number 2, knowing that you're not the only one that goes through anxiety. There are millions of people in this world that go through anxiety and go through the same thing you go through. And believe it or not, you could be dealing with a socially anxious situation, and that person that you're interacting with may have been a victim of social anxiety. I don't want to say victim, or may have had social anxiety before. Just be mindful of your surrounding and know that you're not the only one that's going through this, because that tends to ease my pain when I realize, okay, there's lots of people that are anxious and you're not the only one, Tiana. So give yourself a break, cut yourself some slack, relax, breathe. Number 3, have a outlet or an escape. Like exercise, sports, volleyball, basketball, football. These things increase dopamine, which is the happy hormone, and it can actually help with a lot of health conditions. So exercise, get out there, join some book clubs, read. Anything else but staying in the house crammed up all day. I know it's very easy to do that, but you have to get out. It's only going to make the situation worse. It's only going to make your anxiety even worse if you steer from social interactions. Number 4, take a break from social media. Now, social media is everywhere. Pretty much everyone has social media, so I know this is hard. Just limit your time on the phone and the computer and even the TV. I heard somebody say yesterday, and it was like, he who controls the media controls the mind. And that is so true. What we watch constantly over again is like a program. So the more you watch it, the more it becomes ingrained and the more you believe. So whatever, you just have to watch what you're watching and consuming, because it can really dictate your mind. So take a break from social media. Studies have shown that people who spend more time on social media, studies show that teenagers who spend more time on social media, especially before bed, have more problems with anxiety, depression, sleep, all of these mental health really issues. So take a break from social media, watch what you're consuming and watch what you're watching, because this can really affect your anxiety. And also it can keep you more homebodied. You don't really have to go outside and interact with people when you're on social media. You can interact while you're at home on your bed. So please, guys, take a break from social media. Number 6, this is my favorite one. You have to develop a I don't give a F mentality. Now, when I say I don't give a F mentality, what is this? What's the acronym? IDGAF. We're going to call it AI GAF. Develop an IGAF mentality, okay? So once you do that, I don't mean as in I'd gaff everything. I don't care about everything, you know? Just don't care about what people have to say about you, you know? Because one, for one, not paying your bills. They're not helping you in any way. And they're definitely not thinking about you when they're going to sleep at night. So why are you thinking about, you're going through the day and you're realizing what happened and you're like, oh, what if that person thought about me? Or what did that person think when I uttered and didn't know what to say and tripped over something today? Most nine times out of 10, they're not thinking about it when they're going to sleep. They don't have your best interest, and whoever does will tell you and let you know it's okay to make mistakes. We all are learning every single day. Nobody knows it all. So you have to develop that IGAF mentality because it can really help you not really care about what people think. And this is crucial in everyday life. You know, you can't go around thinking about what other people think. You have to worry about what's going on in here. And in here dictates your reality and your perception of the world. So, IGAF is important. Number 7, I talked about this a little earlier. Put yourself out there. You have to put yourself out there because keeping yourself in isn't going to do you any good. Every day we have to improve. If you are the same person a week ago, you haven't improved. You need to improve every single day. If you're a same person a month ago, you haven't improved. If you're the same person a year ago, you definitely haven't improved. So we have to improve. So that means we have to get out there and put ourselves in uncomfortable situations so we can grow. If we don't do that, we're never going to grow, okay? So it's very crucial to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. I promise you guys, if you do that, you'll be able to grow and learn and realize that it's not so bad after all. Talking to people, just like talking to your friends and your family, the people that you're comfortable around. Strangers are just regular human beings like you. They're nobody special. Don't ever think that somebody's better than you because they're not socially anxious. You just have a hard time socializing, especially in situations where, you know, it's a new environment, you know? So you gotta put yourself out there. It really, I know it's not ideal, but it really can ease your anxiety, guys. Number 8, this is the last tip. Develop a sense of self. Now, developing a sense of self is crucial because if you don't know who you are, how can you really communicate with people? How could you really express to people who you are just by daily conversation, you know? And if you don't know who you are, that makes it even harder for social interactions because you can be sucked into literally any and everything if you don't know who you are. So it's very crucial to know who you are and have an idea of a sense of self. You may not have a straightforward definition of who you are, and really who does, but have a sense of who you are. You know what I mean? Because you can literally be sucked into anything. So guys, that is the end of the video. Those are my 8 tips on how to ease social anxiety, get rid of it. I, till this day, struggle with social anxiety, but I've gotten so much better just by following these simple tips. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next one. Have a great Thanksgiving. Bye.